This is video number 17 for cello players. And in this video, we are going to learn some bow exercises. Now, the purpose of these exercises is to make sure you still have a nice, flexible, loose wrist and arm and hand. And eventually, these exercises will also help develop some strength in your fingers in your right hand. So let's first start off with doing a good bow hold. So remember from your book, first thing I want you to do is just flop your hand. Now, bring your thumb behind your second finger, touching on that middle joint. Okay, don't force a bent thumb, but your thumb should naturally bend. And then the place where it's touching, that's where you're going to put your straw. Just like that. And then all we do now is we just lay them down. And they should naturally touch middle joint, but kind of on the side, middle joint, and top joint. Okay, it might be slightly different for different people, just kind of based on the shape of your hand, but that's just kind of the general area that it should be touching. Check with the picture in your book to make sure that yours looks like this, and that would be on page 7 that you would be able to find that. Okay, so the bow exercises that we do, some of them are similar to what's in your book, but we're not going to do all of them, and we're going to change them up a little bit, okay? Now, the first thing I want you to do is you're going to wave up and down 5 times, and then wave side to side 5 times, just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then sideways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, there's a decent chance that things have slipped around, so check your bow hold. You might need to reset it. The most common problem I mentioned in the previous video for cello players is for that to happen. Don't let keep your pinky nice and tall there. Thumbs bent, you can see through. Okay, waves up and down and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sideways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want you to do 4 sets of these each time. 5 more, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, check yourself. Stop and adjust. 5 more and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, make sure thumb is staying bent. Make sure middle joint, top joint, and there's curved and there's a hole that let it collapse down. It should never touch anywhere past that middle nub for any of your fingers. Okay, that's too far over. That's going to end up making you collapse in. All right. Now, why do we have to have the bent thumb? The bent thumb is going to allow us to have a nice springing kind of bow hold, which will allow for fast playing and light playing and all sorts of things. The strength that we will develop later on when we're holding something heavier is going to allow us to play strong. The next exercise, so those are called waves. The next one I want you to do is finger taps. So get your good bow hold. You might need to start again like this. Reset. Okay. Tap first finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pinky. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What this is doing is training us to be able to allow the transfer of the weight. There's not much weight in this straw. But on the next phase, when we do this with a stick, a dowel, you're going to be doing that. Not with the bow is next. Bow is not coming for several more weeks. Try that again. Set your bow hold. First finger top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pinky. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So check that out. It's just kind of coming up and down, landing right there on that joint. Okay? Check it out. Fix it. Probably at this point, yours has kind of gone bad. I'm just going to tell you. Mine hasn't, because I've been doing this longer than you guys have been alive, but yours has probably kind of gone bad, and it's okay. Stop and fix. Pause the video at any moment. Okay, tap first finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pinky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, you don't need to move around like this. I'm doing this to show you all the different angles of the bow hold so you can check yourself. One more set, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now there's one more. Shake your hand out. You might be a little tired by now. There's one more. In your book, they call them knuckle turnovers, but we're going to call them windshield wipers because that's just what I normally call them, because we eventually will be doing this with the bow, and they actually will look like windshield wipers. Okay, so knuckle turnovers, windshield wipers, whatever you want to call them, all you're going to do, get your good bow hold, flip it over, look and make sure that you're touching in the right places, check your thumb, and then flip it back over. Now be warned, some people when they flip it over like this, they end up bending their wrist. Don't let that happen. You're flipping your whole arm, okay? Try that now. And 1, come back, 2, 3, looking at your hand, stop and fix when you need to, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, turn around so you can see another angle, 9, 10. Check out that thumb. Okay, fingers are draped over the bow, nice and relaxed. Check that out, make sure it's relaxed. We need strength and flexibility and a relaxed bow hold. Remember, we're keeping the same natural shape of your hand. Okay, do 10 more and go. 1, go a little faster now. 2, 3, make sure all those fingers are still curved. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, see the thumb is still bent, 10, and stop, check, fix, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, stop and fix, replace if you need to, and one last set, and go. 1, 2, 3, don't let that pinky collapse. 4, the tall. 5, see that? 6, don't let this happen. 7, 8, curve the pinky. 9, 10. Okay, check your hand and make sure it still looks like mine, or if you want the picture in the book, you can check that out as well. These are something you need to do every single day. Now, this is the only video I will do with the bow exercises, but you need to be doing bow exercises every single day. It's another one of those things. We talked about the strength in your left hand. It's just not going to happen overnight. You have to do it on a regular basis, and you have to do self-monitoring, and you have to make sure that this is all correct. Remember, you're developing habits. Don't let this become a habit. See how my fingers are straight, my first finger is hooked over? Don't let this become a habit. My finger has collapsed down. Make sure the habits you're forming are good habits. So monitor every single second that you're holding this straw. And then hopefully soon we'll be able to move on to, probably in 2 or 3 weeks, the plan is to move on to the next phase of bow exercises, which is using a wooden dowel. So if you're one of my students, you're going to get one of these. If you're not, you might want to go invest in one of these now. I got it at Michael's. They're just little sticks. Okay, don't get a huge one. Don't get one that's really thick or heavy. The whole purpose of this is because it's heavier than this, clearly, but it's lighter than the bow. And that is it's the transitional object we're going to use to get you ready for the bow, so that when you hold the bow, bad things don't happen like a bad bow hold, because then you won't be able to play fast. You won't be able to play all the different things that you want to be able to play. So work on this on a daily basis. I know they're not the most exciting thing in the world, but they're absolutely necessary to get you to the bow.